Hi everyone. I want to make a little video clearing up some stuff that went on here in Malta last night. So this morning is a Saturday, May 25th at 8:45 a.m. here. Yesterday afternoon, Tone Vays and I were on a panel debating the merits of Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin Core. And the Tone made a transaction on stage there. And we'll go to his tweet first so you can see what he said about the bet here. And so Tone on Twitter said, today at IBC Summit, Roger claimed the average Bitcoin transaction fee was $3. I called BS and he offered to pay $10,000 if my $5 transaction, BTC transaction would clear in 24 hours at 1 Satoshi per byte, 1 penny. Transaction cleared after 10 hours. Debate, blah, blah, blah. So basically, I want to point out a couple of things. So Tone's lying in his tweet, plain and simple. Whether it's intentional or on accident, we don't know. But we can ask him to correct it here. So he says he offered to pay $10,000 if his transaction would clear in 24 hours. Well, here's the video. Here's exactly what I said. Let's have a listen.
It needs to get confirmed.
So here you go, Tone. If that gets included in a block today, I'll donate $10,000 to the charity of your choice.
So let's close that. So there you have it. I said that if it cleared within the day, I would pay $10,000. It didn't clear that day. It took 10 hours to get included in a block. It cleared the next day at like 2 in the morning after 10 hours. But it's worse than that. It didn't actually clear after 10 hours. So here's the block in which it cleared, right? And so I already have it highlighted. So this very first transaction here, that's the Coinbase. So you can see 12.5 Bitcoin plus the fees there, blah, 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 blah. So fee 0, right? That's the Coinbase. This transaction right here, starting with F9 and ending with A3, there's the full hash. That's Tone's transaction. And you can see right here, the fee he paid was a penny. And the fact that it's the very next transaction after the Coinbase means it was the highest priority transaction in the entire block, higher than all these other transactions paying $3.50, $4.02, $3.91, $3.27, $2.73, $3.08, $10.59, on and on and on and on here. All these other transactions. Why was Tone's the highest priority transaction in the entire block? Because Slushpool inserted it as the highest priority transaction in the entire block. Not natural at all. It wouldn't have been included in that block at all. So like really, really, really big deal. Here's another block explorer we can see very clearly. This is the block that it was included in. This very first transaction here, this is the Coinbase, right, with the base reward. F9, A3 are the first and last things. This is Tone's transaction right here. 1 Satoshi per byte. This is the highest priority transaction in the entire block because that's what the mining pool operator, Slushpool, set it as. So I don't know if Tone asked Slush. I don't know if somebody else asked Slush. I don't know if Slush did it on his own. Maybe Slush has a transaction accelerator thing where you can pay with a credit card to include your Bitcoin transactions in the block. But anyhow, Tone's is the highest priority transaction in the entire block with 1 Satoshi per byte, whereas the second highest in the entire block, 268 Satoshis per block. 227, 223, 218, 209, 207. You'll notice that this is descending, right? So the higher the fee, the higher priority, yet somehow Tone Vays is the highest priority in the entire thing right there. And anyhow, so it goes right on 218, 209, 207, 200, 197, 197, 195, 182, 174, down and down and down and down and down. How on earth did Tone's become the most high priority transaction in the entire block? Well, because somebody's inserted it there. It's Slushpool working there. So I don't know who it was, but Tone lost the bet on every count. 1, the transaction wasn't included that day. 2, they cheated to get it in a block. They paid somebody specifically to make it the most high priority transaction in the entire block. So it wouldn't have been included in that block had not somebody paid for that. And then 3, he's busy lying about it on Twitter and all these other places. And then 4, he doesn't even understand that that's what happened. So he knows so little about Bitcoin that he can't even check the block himself and realizes that there was a bunch of monkey business going on there with his transaction. So this is the exact transaction for anybody that wants to see it. When I post this, we'll make sure we have a link to it there. What a bunch of like nonsense. And like he doesn't even know what happened. And then there's a great article written by CoinSpice that sums it all up. So you can go and head on over to coinspice.io and you can watch the entire debate. There's a link to it there as well on coinspice.io. So it's just stunning to me that anybody listens to Tone when he has no idea what he's talking about. He doesn't realize how his transaction got included in a block. He doesn't realize that his transaction wouldn't have been included in a block. And he's claimed that we're lying about what the fees are on the BTC network. Well, I'll make a separate video shortly going over the exact math so everybody can see exactly what the average fees are on the BTC network, so everybody can see that as well. So Tone, I think you should spend less time making videos and more time researching how Bitcoin works, and you'll come to the conclusion that Bitcoin Cash works much better, much cheaper, and much more reliably for people who want to use peer-to-peer cash for the world. So anyhow, that's it for this little short video update from Malta. Today I'm flying to Switzerland to spread a bunch more Bitcoin Cash adoption in Switzerland. There's a lot of awesome stuff happening there. If you're in Switzerland on May 29th in Lugano, we're having a big giant meetup there as well. So we'd love to have more people show up for that. You can follow my Twitter account for the details on that. So anyhow, if you like the message of peer-to-peer cash for the world, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and tell a friend, and set them up with a Bitcoin Cash wallet. Thank you all. See you next time. Bye-bye.